So with Treasure, you have to like come up with fundraisers and to have side money, like not put in necessarily to like for us to spend. Could you name an idea of a fundraiser you have?
So I know that like this year we didn't actually do any fundraisers until we absolutely needed the money, and I think that kind of messed it up because if we want money to do other kinds of things, we should be fundraising from the beginning. And so I know that we did the Krispy Kreme fundraiser, and that was a big hit. But another thing that we could do that I think that other organizations on campus do that's really successful is food trucks, because no one really likes the food on campus. And but when food trucks like come out, everyone is down to like put in a couple of dollars, and you know that we would get if we like collaborate with food trucks, especially like Senior CSIG, we could get money from that. Alexa.
In your speech, I don't know the exact word, but it was something about like analyze budgets and like predict something.
This year I'm taking managerial accounting, and we're doing this thing where you would look at activity variances and spending variances, and you learn how to use a budget that you plan that you hope to use and compare it to the budget that you actually you did. And by that you can see if you overspend, if you underspend, and how you can next time you'd be able to spend the money more wisely, if anything.
Like, can you kind of elaborate on there were some of like the tools that you'll besides I don't know finding out the variances, are there any like other tools that you use to predict our future costs?
It would. I feel like the way to predict the future cost, you would have to look at what our club has spent in the past, like for friendship games when you spend on T-shirts and stuff like that, or with Barrio when you have to spend it on costumes and how much the theater costs. That's how much, like if anything, it wouldn't range. It wouldn't jump too high or go too low. If anything, it would stay in the same range, and that's how you would know how much you would spend next year. Okay, good. Thank you. Mar?
With this position, you work a lot with other people, especially with other board members, activities, and publicly, and a lot of people in SLE and PAT. How comfortable are you with telling people how you actually feel about our budget? Because you're the only person that knows kind of how much we have to spend and how much we can't spend. How comfortable are you telling people in other organizations or other board members
If it really comes down to it, I believe that eBoard should understand that we would, for instance, if they wanted to spend money somewhere and we didn't have the money, they need to understand that we don't have the money. I'm not going to say yes, and just because I get scared when I know that will, mess up Kasamahan's budget in the future, because it won't be fair to the future years to come. Casey?
What about that? Like Martha, like a lot of people do. How are you going to work with those people that you like class with or something? Like, how are you going to keep that professional attitude about people who pay and how are you going to deal with that?
So this year we had that phone tree thing when people weren't paying dues when they had payment plans, or they haven't paid at all. And some of the people I did have to call were people I knew, and it was a little awkward because they would say, yeah, don't worry, I'll pay or whatever, but when you saw them later, you found out again that they haven't paid yet. And it did happen with one of my friends, and I had to talk to her and find out why she wasn't paying. And especially with Barrio, people think it costs a lot, especially if they're only one dance and they don't understand that it goes to costumes or renting out the theater and stuff like that. And I still tried to maintain that professionalism when I told her that you do need to pay. It's not fair for the rest of the organization to pull through with your weight, that you should be paying. And you mentioned the payment plans and things like that.
So going off the question that I asked Paul, and I'm going to tweak it a little bit. How do you have any ideas of how to make Mario more financially stable or find ways so that people don't have to pay so much? so that everyone can be more involved in Mario. Because a lot of people.
Well, I liked Paul's idea of like fundraising at the beginning of the like Barrio season, because then if it really does come down to it where people are like financially incapable of paying for it, then we shouldn't have to turn them away. But that also shouldn't mean that people should just rely on that fund. But also, I liked this year when they said that if you didn't pay for friendship games, that you would have to help with props. But I feel like with that, you would have to start a lot sooner, because I feel like they didn't start coming in until Hell Week, and no one would really notice if they did come in or not. So I feel like if prop, prop making would help them like pay off Barrio, but they would have to start coming early and actually check in with an e-board member.